Good day to all learners. Today we focus on emergency preparedness and response, how we prevent emergencies, how we prepare for them, how we respond in the first minutes, and how we recover afterwards. As production process controllers, we are often the eyes and ears on the floor. Our calm actions in those first moments can protect lives and limit damage. Before we begin, turn to someone next to you and share one emergency you have experienced or drilled for fire, chemical spill, medical emergency, power failure, and what you learned from it. By the end of this session, you will be able to explain the 4 pillars of emergency management: prevention, preparedness, response, and recovery. Identify site emergency roles, alarms, communication methods, and evacuation procedures. Demonstrate correct responses to common emergencies: fire, chemical spill, medical incident, gas leak, power failure. Describe how to use emergency equipment appropriately and safely within your role. Participate in drills and record actions for POE evidence. When I say emergency management, I want you to think of 4 pillars working together: prevention, preparedness, response, and recovery. Prevention means we remove hazards or reduce risks to stop emergencies from starting maintenance, housekeeping, isolation, correct storage, and safe work systems. Preparedness means we plan and practice alarms, evacuation maps, assembly points, training, drills, and equipment ready for use. Response is what we do in the first minutes: raise the alarm, make people safe, isolate energy or product flow if trained and safe to do so, and call the right help. Recovery is stabilizing the situation after the event, accounting for people, medical care, cleanup, restarting operations safely, and learning from what happened. In an emergency, confusion wastes time. Roles make action clear. Typical roles include the person who discovers the emergency, the section controller supervisor, first aider, fire warden marshal, safety practitioner, and external responders. Alarms. I know how alarms sound on the site and what each signal means. I know where the call points are and who to contact. Communication. I speak clearly, say what happened, where it is, who is affected, and what has been done so far. I do not speculate. I share facts. When I discover an emergency, my priorities are: stay calm, raise the alarm immediately, warn people nearby, and start the initial action I am trained to do. Let's practice clarity. I will call out an emergency. You will respond with the alarm you would raise, who you would call, and your first action. Examples I might call: small fire at conveyor motor, person collapsed in blending area, solvent smell in pump bay, power failure and stuck lift, forklift collision in warehouse. Evacuation is not a suggestion. It is a controlled movement to safety. My steps are: stop what I'm doing safely, shut down equipment if trained, and only if time allows. Move quickly along the route, help others if I can do so safely, and report to the assembly point. At the assembly point, I stay with my team, I do not return for belongings, and I wait for instructions. Head counts matter. They save lives by telling responders who might be missing. If I am a warden or leader, I sweep the area if it is safe to do so, close doors, check amenities, and report my area clear. On a site map or by discussion, let's talk through our evacuation routes and assembly areas. Pairs. Describe your quickest safe route from your regular work area to the muster point. Identify 2 obstacles you might face and how you would handle them. Do this assertively, and we will discuss thereafter. Fire behavior basics help me choose the correct action. Fires need heat, fuel, and oxygen. Removing any of these can stop the fire. My first steps when I detect fire are: 1. Raise the alarm. 2. Warn others and only attempt to fight a very small fire if I am trained. Have a clear escape path and it is safe to do so. I never fight a large or spreading fire. I never put myself at risk. My life and the lives of others come first. Extinguishers. I identify the correct type and follow pass, pull, aim, squeeze, sweep, only if safe and trained. If I cannot control it immediately, I evacuate and leave it to trained responders. I will describe 3 mini scenarios. You will call out whether you would attempt to extinguish or evacuate and which extinguisher type would be appropriate if it is safe to attempt. 1 small electrical panel sparking with light smoke. 2 small bin fire with paper and cardboard. 3 solvent spill that has ignited at the edge of a tray. Remember, if in doubt or if it is not safe, evacuate. When I encounter a spill, my first actions are raise the alarm, keep people away, and identify the substance if possible from a safe position. If I am trained and equipped, I stop the source if it is safe, close a valve, upright a container, or hit an emergency stop. I use spill kits, absorbents, and drain covers as trained. I wear the correct PPE for the substance. I never mix incompatible chemicals. Ventilation matters. I avoid breathing vapors and I move upwind if outdoors. I report the spill according to procedure and support the cleanup team with information. Afterward, contaminated materials are disposed of correctly and the area is checked for residual hazards. In small groups, I will hand out spill scenario cards, for example. Acid leak from a dosing line, solvent knocked over at decanting, oil leak near a drain. Your group will list your first 5 actions in order. Keep it simple, safe, and aligned to training. Let's begin. When a person is injured or unwell, my priorities are make the area safe, call first aid, and provide reassurance. I only provide care I am trained for. I never move a seriously injured person unless there is immediate danger. I protect myself with basic precautions and keep bystanders clear so first aiders have space to work. I record what I observed and what actions were taken. Clear, calm information helps responders. After an emergency, recovery starts. We account for people, secure the area, begin cleanup, and support those affected. We document what happened, participate in debriefs, and capture improvements for procedures, training, equipment, or layout. Learning is the goal. Every event makes our system stronger. Open your workbook and complete the emergency preparedness response page. Write 1. Your evacuation route and assembly point. 2. 3. First-minute actions for fire, spill, and medical scenarios. 3. 1 improvement suggestion for your area. Now let's recap out loud. What are the 4 pillars of emergency management? What is your first action when you detect danger? Where is your assembly point from your usual work area? Excellent work today. Our next session is hazard identification risk assessment, where we bring all of this together into proactive risk control. Thank you for your focus. See you in the next session.